Welcome to KabinKast. Holy fuck. Fuck you, Technomancer, for stealing the shit. We got new people. That guy, say hello, you fucking minority.
I'm not a minority.
Yo.
If you name that
so-
guy, I will string you up for
Hello?
bars, okay?
I am a true minority.
Alright, so,
Shut up.
joining us for this episode, we have Le Frenchman.
Yeah.
We have that guy, who's going to be the second bitch. Fucking bitch. And we have Weiji McPorfan. Say hi, you commie cunt.
Да, привет.
Shut the fuck up, you commie horny little bitch. Anyway,
Audio quality's
liberating my fellow podcasters is not what you came to see. We're supposed to talk about fucking spooky Native American bullshit stories out in the woods of Pennsylvania. Because God fuck, we have more goddamn spook shit than we do people in this fuck off State of the Union. God damn it.
Cryptid of the week. The Wendigo.
Alright, who wants to go first?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Alright, Frenchman, you're reading, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm reading the Wendigo thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So
Did you say the illegal thing?
yeah, that dang queen. Alright.
Yo,
So
it's fucking... Alright, oh, sorry. There you go.
the Wendigo, also known as the Wendigo, Wendigo, Witico, Wendigo, and other several variants.
With
Fucking Native American famous for the guy.
Hey, oh, hiya, hoya, hiya,
Say-
hoya, hiya, hoa. That's how they speak,
Is-
guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't bully them.
And don't worry, don't believe the well, I just forgot. So the Wendigo is a cannibalistic spirit resembling a zombie. In some forms, the Wendigo is the size of a human, while in others, it can be 15 feet tall. Imagine that dick on that thing. The latest description of the Wendigo was that a similar appearance to a corpse, with a skeleton-like, thin body, with grey skin, sunken eyes, bloody lips, little fangs, and a long, slimy tongue. Later myths say that the Wendigo
No.
is a lipless ape with a giant fangs that devour human flesh, so kinda Kangs, but zombie form. It can turn a person into a Wendigo, which was one of the worst curses to the Algonquian-speaking Native Americans of Canada.
Fucking
Oy
Canada.
vey.
No, it's fucking
Fucking
poetic
Canadians.
irony that we're doing the Wendigo and I
Yeah,
get
that voice is hot.
Yes.
it's fucking
So-
ironic that I get a pet cemetery.
Yeah.
For all y'all fucks that never read Pet Cemetery, it's basically Wendigo raises the dead. Go ahead, you're the only one.
Alright.
doing it.
So, myth.
This is
Sexy
yours,
friend.
mine.
Or is it a myth? Well, the following is an adaptation of the original Algonquian myth of the Wendigo. The storm lasted so long that they thought they would starve. Finally, when the wind and swirling snow had died away to just a memory, the father, who was a brave warrior, ventured outside. The next storm was already on the horizon, but if food was not found soon, the family would starve. Keeping his knife and spear close, he ventured out upon the most frequently used game trail, watching intently for some sign, in the nude upon the snow, of animal footprints or movement of any kind. The forest lay deep and oddly silent under its gleaming coating of ice and snow. Every creature of sense lay deep within its burrow and slept. Still, the warrior hunted, knowing how desperate his family had become. As he moved through the eerie stillness, broken only by the soft caress of the wind, he heard a strange hissing noise. It came from everywhere and nowhere at once. The words stopped, his heart pounding. That was when he saw the blood-soaked footprints appearing on the path in front of him. He gripped his knife tightly, knowing that somewhere watching him was a Wendigo. he had learned about the Wendigo at his father's knee. It was a large creature, as tall as a tree, with a lipless mouth and jagged teeth. Its breath was a strange hiss, its footprints full of blood, and it ate any man, woman, or child who ventured into its territory. And those were the lucky ones. Yeah, those who were eaten were the lucky ones. Imagine the rest. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, Wendigo cock. You always want that.
Yeah. Sometimes the Wendigo choose to possess a person instead, and then the luckiest individual became a Wendigo himself, hunting down those he had once loved and feasting upon their flesh. The warrior knew that Extreme Vor edition.
Oh god damn it! Extreme Wendigo cock war. Here we go.
The warrior knew he would just have one chance to prevail over the Wendigo.
Look, if you had one shot,
One opportunity.
For the Vor before it Vors you.
Can we talk about the fact that the Wendigo myth is basically one giant war story?
Yeah. Alright, so the
It's
warrior
basically
knew
you know what, man? You can just stop right here. We know where it's going. He's gonna get caught for
where
it.
this is going. Oh, whoa, notice this bulge. What's this?
Ooh, ooh.
the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh. Anyway,
Battle of the bulge.
to keep this shit show on track, we're gonna talk about Wendigo in pop culture. So, as you know, as I just said, fucking Pet Sematary, Stephen King, great horror writer, shitty politics as most people in Hollywood. Yeah. But anyway, great horror writer. Fucking Pet Sematary, the Wendigo was the thing that brought people back from the dead, which is honestly, that has never been said before and is only exclusive to Pet Sematary.
Which is very interesting. It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah,
And the thing is, like, the physiology of the Wendigo varies from each version. Like, sometimes it's like a Bigfoot-looking motherfucker. Other times it's like goddamn skeleton.
Yeah,
sometimes usually depicted with antlers.
What I heard.
Horror.
Yeah, for me,
not everybody depicts it that way. Just the pictures.
Yeah, like there's also the most famous
from what I've heard, was a head of a deer. Well, sort of like those forest spirits from The Witcher 3.
Yeah, kind of like the head of the
deer. That. Yeah, like Wendigos, and then like with like parts of like bits of like flesh and skin about to fall off, just decomposed, and zombie-like.
I've even heard that like one version has like the because you know the Wendigo spirit possesses people. Well, I've heard that one version.
Yeah.
The Wendigo has the head of the person it possessed in its chest.
Damn.
That is fucking horrifying. So you have this deer-headed zombie-looking motherfucker coming at you. Suddenly, Don John, your bestest friend, just comes out of his chest. He's like, "Hey, yo, Cock War is A-okay."
Let me just give you some of that vor.
So, besides the fact that this is the earliest implications of war, the Wendigo really is one of those basic bitch monsters. You know, it's like the fucking soy latte of the paranormal community.
That and the Skinwalker.
Anyway.
We gotta invest on those Wendigos' human traits.
Also, the whole fact that it can turn people into Wendigos.
Yeah.
I think that's where Stephen King got the whole zombie thing in Pet Sematary.
No, but here, like, on the little story I halfly read, it was kind of more putting to possessing, like, towards possession. Like, it doesn't turn you into a Wendigo, it possesses you. And you're just like you're witness to what is happening, but you can't do anything about it. Because the Wendigo is controlling your every movement.
Well, that's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
It's
even worse.
Go on, Weiji. We've been overshadowing you. You get to speak now.
Alright, so have you guys heard about the legend of Jack Fiddler? He was a Wendigo slayer.
No.
No.
Alright, well, here we go.
Fiddler, was he wielding a fidget spinner?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god! I am going to do Quebec, you absolute cunt.
Oh god.
Alright. So I'll read this from legendsofamerica.com. So, another well-known case involving Wendigo psychosis was that of Jack Fiddler, an OG Cree chief and medicine man known for his powers at defeating Wendigos. Fiddler claimed to have defeated 14 Wendigos during his lifetime. Some of those creatures were said to have been sent by enemy shamans, and others were members of his own band, who had been taken with the insatiable, incurable desire to eat human flesh. In the later case, Fiddler was usually asked by family members to kill a very sick loved one before they turned into a Wendigo. Fiddler's own brother, in fact, Peter Flett, was killed after turning Wendigo when the food ran out on a trading expedition. Hudson's Bay Company traders, the Cree, the missionaries, were well aware of the Wendigo legend, though they often explained it as a mental illness or superstition. Regardless, several incidents of people turning Wendigo and eating human flesh are documented in records of the company. Here's the one part right here, though. In 1907, Fiddler and his brother Joseph were arrested by the Canadian authorities for murder. Jack committed suicide, but Joseph was tried and sentenced to life in prison. He ultimately was granted a pardon, but died 3 days later in jail before receiving news of his pardon.
Wow.
Damn. Is that motherfucking Abraham Lincoln vampire slayer but Native American?
Like, 13 Wendigos.
Jack
sounds like
Wendigo
they sound so numerous, kind of like the Cliff Racers in Morrowind. Like, they're a plight, and they're so numerous, but yeah, like
holy shit, 14,
kill them all. Kill them all, but don't commit murder.
Sucks.
God damn, 14, that's the Prince of KD.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we head off into our cut stories content, just want to let you guys know, do you guys think the Wendigo is real or fake as shit?
Fake as shit. Okay.
Fake as shit.
I want to believe.
It's basically like it's basically like the boogeyman. It's the Native American boogeyman. Oh, running water! Do not stay up after dark, otherwise Wendigo will get you.
It kind of is. Like,
and
most of the stories really aren't that convincing.
I mean, if you think about it, if Wendigos are also a representation of greed, then they do kind of exist. Like, have you heard of Indian casinos?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna
Wendigos exist. They exist as a proof.
Well, think about when Native American casinos, the fact that they don't get taxes. They don't have to pay taxes, so that's why there's so many casinos. Alright, moving on. If all y'all nibbas would just mute yourselves in the voice chat, go up to where it says spooky shit, and go into short stories. The one we're going to be reading is The Reapers. So, yeah, I know, we did this like 2 times, but these guys are new and they gotta listen.
Okay.
Should I just not listen to it?
You cannot listen to it, but just wait for us to get back, okay?
Yeah. Because I already know what happens.
Alright, go ahead, guys.
Story of the week. Reapers. This story happened in the fall of 2001, when I was 17 years old. I have lived in this same house since I was 7 years old. To better understand what caused this strange and extremely dismal manifestation, I will have to relate a tale of my past and my childhood. I can remember perfectly that day, every detail of it. I was 5 years old at the time. My mother had gone to work earlier that day, and a blonde woman came home with her 2 children. I understood nothing of romance and commitment at that age, and I did not find it strange when her youngest daughter, Eliza, ran to me with the great news of the day. Guess what? What? My mother and your father are kissing. At the time we both laughed a little. Eliza, who was the same age as me, made it seem so big, exciting and unique. Not surprisingly, when my mother came home from work, I simply had to tell her that great news. My mother was very angry. He did what? I remember my father screaming so loudly that I felt like a tiny, fragile statue, so frightened that I could not even breathe. I felt it was my fault. That guilt fell on me for something I had no idea was wrong. We left the house away from him, to a small, tight house, just me and my mother, alone. I always asked why I could not see my father, and I cried a lot. I remember turning into a very quiet child, very sad in the bottom of the soul. My mother eventually found someone who could support us better, give us more stability, but inside I stayed the same way. I grew up with that guilt inside of me, and I never cared to process everything. I felt that at age 17 my dignity was destroyed, and that perhaps true love was just a fairy tale. I felt like killing myself constantly, and that's when it happened. I was feeling totally deserted that week. My mother and I were having trouble communicating, and everything was going wrong. It began with these exceedingly real dreams of these horrible, malignant, black, faceless creatures. In those dreams, they were hovering around hospital beds of people dying. Sometimes I would wake up feeling like I was being petted by one of them. The only classification I had of them is that they were the Death Reapers. Shadows without faces, masked by darkness, they terrified me in my dreams. I've never had such vivid and repeated dreams. It finally ended one night when I was lying in my bed. In my dream they were around me, encircling me in my bed. Then they began tearing my skin, digging my body from my soul, stealing my breath. I woke up completely sweaty, feeling the comfort of my sheet. When I looked ahead, there was one of them, in front of my closet. I could not breathe again. I thought it would go away if I rubbed my eyes, but when it did not go away, I panicked. I wanted to scream. I could feel my whole body screaming inside. The last thing I remember was that shrouded figure stretching out his arm, as if he said, "Come with me." It seemed an eternity, but finally I got up and ran out of my room. After rubbing my eyes twice, I knew it was not a dream. You can question my sanity, that's okay with me. But I know the truth, you do not. I was there. I still look over my shoulder every night before bed, but I've never seen him again.
Alright.
Here he is.
Yeah.
So, what a wonderful little story. Mommy and Daddy are cheating, next thing you know, fucking safe.
Well, if a creature was to just appear in my room, I think that I would go.
Wait, that's why like, holy shit, is that a dumb thick shadow?
Yeah! Was saving that.
Well, so, back out. I've heard it for like the 6th time.
Yeah, I have. I wanna hang myself.
Yeah, it was
What
kind
kind of shit happens, man? What do you think of the story, anyways?
It was shit.
I think it was poorly put together, yeah.
There's a reason it was cut, very obviously.
Very obvious,
Fuck
yeah.
you guys, I saw Sweet Demons.
Fuck you guys, I saw my dad's penis when I was 3.
Inside another woman.
And that's why you're here.
Yeah, your parents were divorced when you were young.
Yeah, it's like
I
a
was very
king.
abstained.
Yeah, it's like a king trying to abduct someone. It's like, yeah.
Beep, beep.
I mean,
The only real question I have about the whole thing is...
It just appears and happens, and it's fucking there.
Yeah. Like, a black figure, it's just like shadows and stuff like that.
I bet it was... No, listen, it was Jamal and his boys trying to rob him.
Yeah, I told you, like I said.
An
that's what happens
unidentifiable
when people get
black
divorces
mass
and the
broke
mom
into
invites
my
over
room.
friends.
And then
Be
he's
me.
like,
Didn't you
"Come
try
with
and rob
me."
this place?
Be me, or not to be
Mommy's
me.
new
That is
boyfriends.
the question. Pick related.
The ultimate 4chan question: be me or not be me?
Yeah.
So,
Be me or not be me, chicken tendies is the answer.
Chicken.
anyway, that was pretty fucking neato.
Yeah.
Neat.
So, what? Moving on to our general X discussion. What do you guys fucking think about shadow people?
About
So-
shadow of what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shadow people, like those things
Oh,
that
yeah.
the guys saw.
Oh
Shadow
yeah,
people.
you mean Tyrone?
Some guy
okay,
mentioned it in
Tyrone.
the chat yesterday.
Yeah, Weiji, you mentioned it.
In the chatter, yeah, something in the chatter VC. I gotta look up his name real quick. I think it was like Tree something.
Perseus.
Yeah. Tertius.
Tertius?
Like,
Yeah.
Greatest
Mr.
mod
Cousin.
out
yeah,
there.
no, not Tertius. It was another
The
guy.
Brazilian guy?
Anyway, he was talking about he sees these things or some shit.
Oh yeah, Techno Forest Dweller.
Oh yeah, Techno.
Yeah,
oh,
that guy.
Yeah, fucking Techno.
I knew it had something to do with trees.
He has greasy footprints on his floor. Fucking greasy footprints on your floor. Clean them up, you fucking frog. It's probably you taking a bath in the bacon grease.
Like, for
That is
shadow people,
disgusting.
like for shadow people's, like the
You probably see
depiction
those a lot, Frenchman,
in
don't you?
The Metro games.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good one. But,
Oh, you mean are you
what
talking
were
about
saying?
like the great ones or whatever?
Yeah. No,
the dark ones.
no,
The dark ones.
The dark ones, yeah, the dark ones.
No, those. Like
Oh no,
in,
he's talking about like
some
Curse
parts-
Station or whatever. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the Cursed Train
that-
Tunnel where you go with Khan,
Yeah, those.
the hippie guy.
Yeah, those. Yeah, like those.
Yeah.
Ghosts of like the victims
fallen
of
people.
the bombs. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
like those
about.
are shadow people.
Oh yeah, kind of like when
But
you go through red.
no,
like when you.
no, not the
Oh.
cursed, but like they're just like shadows, like ghosts. Like it's
Yeah,
not,
you mean like the what's the
not
fiction?
like well, not the hands things, but yeah, like in 2033, there's a bit in the town where at one point like there's a playground and there's some shadows and
yeah, I know what you're talking about. When you're
also
going through
Yeah,
Red
yeah.
Square.
yeah.
Yeah, the playground in Red Square when you're with Bourbon
Yeah.
on the surface. And you
Yeah,
have to-
and also in other places. Like
And
that's
honestly-
pretty eerie, but also like sad at the same time.
That's basically
Huh?
what the guy just saw.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Mom, I'll be right there.
Mummy.
Mommy, Mama.
Mama, don't for me.
I don't know if we should edit that out or not.
I don't know.
Anyway, so back to like shadow people and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a chance that they could exist.
Or you're just scared of your own shadow.
Chance, like I don't know, but yeah, but if they do exist, it would be like
It's probably just
a
like a
pretty
fancy
sad
ghost.
state. Like it would be like a pretty sad state of existence. Like just linger around, not really being, but still being a presence, and yeah, just like lingering on like on sad emotions of your unfortunate death. Yeah.
You're saying they have emotions?
Well,
Well, I mean, they're
I don't
possibly
know.
the spirits of dead people, so who even knows?
Yeah. You know,
Are they
if we
even?
speak
Are they,
about
like,
spirits,
are they even? Do they even have free will? We don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Are they
if they do exist, I wouldn't say that they have free will, but it's more of like a simple AI that they do things, but it's more like in their shadow people instinct of actions. Like they just are, but they don't.
So
really
basically an
act.
NPC.
Sort of, yeah. But even this, that they just
Well, that's
exist.
some kind of hell shit.
Physical people bad.
Yeah,
Eternal suffering, man.
yeah. Just some complex shit.
Oh, what the... Like, I don't know. How are you guys on the thoughts of ghosts being real? Like, do you guys think ghosts are real or not?
No.
I think
No, I don't.
that ghosts. I think that ghosts are like images, like kind of like glitches in the Matrix. Things that have happened in the past that somehow end up replaying themselves throughout space and time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of fucked.
But I've never seen it happen, so I don't know.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I still get paranoid in creepy places. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just like your natural human instinct. Shit.
Yeah. Like some natural Celtic instincts. Well, yeah, or just human instincts.
Like, I do think ghosts are real. They're one of the most documented paranormal beings that actually does have convincing proof. You know, there's photographic evidence that they exist in some.
Well, there's one story that I know about. It was in a like a not a facility, but like a I forgot the word, but like a place where they make stuff, and there was a broken fan, but the fan was emitting a certain frequency, and that frequency was causing the people around to have hallucinations, to be paranoid about entities. And after they fixed that fan, it all stopped.
Yeah, fucking ghosts.
Sounds like
Those are
some
creepy,
Korean
man.
shit. Koreans are like fucking scared of those things.
No, but I think that it was in Europe or in the US or something. But yeah, it was just caused by an old fan, just emitting a certain frequency. Well, not a frequency that is heard, but more like felt, if I could say. But yeah, it was causing hallucinations of being watched and things like that. Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
fucking
pretty
cool.
strange. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Well, it's a complex subject involving religious
Very.
themes and the afterlife. It's fucking touchy shit. Well, on from that depressing note, we're gonna move on to something more familiar. Motherfucking video analysis.
Oh god damn it, my mute was my
Video analysis time.
microphone was muted, so
Wonder what the fuck they were doing.
I kept on trying to ask you guys what we were talking about.
I can just imagine you
Guys,
screaming,
what are we talking about?
screaming with your Irish accent into the microphone.
I don't have an Irish accent.
It sounds like you do.
You sounded like you did the other day, like when you were pissed.
Well, maybe he's just too drunk to have an accent.
Oh, what's that fucking mad lad that played Come Out Ye Blacks and Hands at fucking Royal Palace? Hold on.
Come out, you black and tans.
Dankula?
Come on.
No, not Dankula, he's Scottish.
See, you're saying
Anyway, moving on to video analysis. Did we say we was doing the white mans and shit?
No, we were doing the Sasquatch.
White man
Sasquatch.
or white ghost? Alright,
No, we're doing
white
the
ghost.
Sam Squan.
Okay. Alright.
Well-
The abominable snowman? Oh no,
Oh.
it's a different thing. Yeah,
It was the one where the guy
yeah.
goes to his cabin in the woods with his two dogs,
Yeah.
and he finds the Sasquatch dealing with chili.
And he
Oh, is this the one with where he thinks it's like the rabid big bears?
Yeah, and it's actually the Sam Squanch.
Yeah.
Or the man
That was
bear
a good
pig.
one. Super cereal.
Oh,
Yeah, super cereal man.
Super cereal.
Yeah, but I remember that one. That one was good.
Well, anyway, in case
It's like
y'all
high
didn't
players.
see the vid, because you're fucking losers. Like, why would you even not watch it? It's about this one dude who, basically is a bum at this point, doesn't know what he's doing with his life. So he decides to move out in the woods to, like, his grandpa's cabin.
Yeah.
And,
Sounds like a fucking dream, man. Love that.
like, he moves to his grandpa's cabin, and then he, basically encounters Sam Squinch after he tries to steal his chili.
Bastard trying to steal his chili?
Fucking asshole, that's my chili.
I mean, what the heck?
Or maybe that's how those Sasquatch meat sticks are made. Just a Sasquatch stealing other people's chili.
Jacqueline's wild jerky stolen from 100% chili.
Made from 100% Sasquatch chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, get closer to your mic, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, it's folded down because I'm smart.
Yeah, you are smart.
You are a true
Like muting
intellectual.
my microphone. Muting my
So, what I like about Sam Squinch's story is the fact that, Sam Squinch doesn't act like, grr, I'm evil, monster. It acts like a fucking, what you think a primate would. Like, it's
like some bum.
kind of like a bum, but more like a gorilla. Or a chimpanzee. Like it steals food, runs away from the main character when he tries to hunt it.
Yeah, well, a gorilla won't necessarily run away. It will probably wreck you.
Probably.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if
Gorillas are freaking strong and built like a rock.
yeah, gorillas are strong, but Bullet is
You don't want
stronger.
to mess with them. Yeah, I mean,
But
both.
Bullet is stronger? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bullet is stronger.
Well, I don't know. The skull of a gorilla is pretty reinforced.
Yeah,
It's
but not
like
as reinforced
90%
as
bone and 10% brain.
10% brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorillas are the retards of the 88.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it acts more like a wild animal than it does big scary monster, and like it doesn't even kill the dogs. It leaves the dogs alone. It just scares
He
them.
just throws rocks at them and scars them for life.
Yeah.
Just
And
like
fuck
humans.
you hairy bum.
But makes me wonder if the Sasquatch, like, apart from stealing chili, doesn't also steal like appliances and just stuff like to build
Steal.
a shelter.
Are you suggesting that they're Dindus?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty racist, man. You don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
come on, man. Give it
Actually,
time.
who knows?
you look through the comments.
Yeah, man, it's
and
the
they're all
current
freaking-
year.
It's
Yeah.
2015. Just as Trudeau said, it's 2015.
Yeah.
The current year.
It's the cure +4.
Like they aren't called Sasquatch or Dindus. They're called Dindu people.
Dindu people.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You know.
What do you mean, you people?
Well, all I want to say is that in a scale of 1 to 10, in terms of story, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Kind of boring. Like, it's something you'd fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got
But in
the-
terms
I think
of
I was mentioning-
believability... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think I was mentioning the wrong story. Like the one.
Yeah, you
the one
were.
About, yeah, I thought it was the one with the bear hybrids that he thought it was, but then it ended up being.
Oh yeah,
Sasquatch.
Gorp.
Yeah,
was
no,
a
that's
good-
important.
Not the Gorp one. It was another one.
Yeah, look,
think.
I just put it. I just posted it in the podcast chat. The Sasquatch story.
Oh well. Yeah, it was pretty mundane.
Yeah. Also, link the video we're talking about so that way the schmucks watching know where to go if they
Yeah,
have.
I'll link it in the description.
Yeah. Alright, so, in terms of story, I give it a 6. What do you guys give it?
I'll give it a 7.
No,
I like
yeah,
it.
like, maybe
It seems
about
fairly
this-
believable, you know?
No, I'm talking about,
Yeah.
like, as a story, is it good or not?
Yeah, I listened. I've listened to it quite a few times because I felt like listening to it. I think it's fairly good.
It's
Alright.
been a long time since I've heard it. I didn't really have the time to rehear it right before the podcast, but yeah, like, probably like, about a 6.
6?
I give
Alright.
it
6 out of
I'd
20.
give it a
No.
5. You know what? No,
Seven.
I'll give it a 6 just because he names his dog Kaiser. It's German Shepherd.
Kaiser, what a fucking normie. Jesus Christ. Name it fucking Adolf.
Like,
Name it Blondie.
Name it Killer. No,
Name it Blondie.
Name it not Killer.
Name it Blondie, okay? Name it Blondie.
Alright, in terms of believability, I'm gonna give it a 9. Because, like, the way that motherfucking Sam
Yeah.
Squant acted, it acted like an actual animal.
Yeah,
Sure,
the Sam
yeah.
Squatch is believable, dude. It's a
Yeah,
good Sam Squatch story.
sure, yeah.
It's better than,
Yeah.
oh, I saw Hairy Man. Hairy Man throw rock. Me go home.
Harry Man right my
We
ass.
tried to shoot
Wait.
down Harry Man.
Yo, can we just talk about that for a sec? Why is there so much fucking obsession with having sex with Bigfoot?
Because he's a
Sex
hairy
with
man.
Bigfoot.
Dude, it's the same
Yo,
reason
have
why
you
those
guys
things
seen, like, the movie The Son of Bigfoot?
No. No.
No,
Good.
but I've heard of
Fucking
it.
awful.
I've heard of it, though. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, moving on to our next section. Otherboard.
Moving
What do you
on
guys
up,
want to talk
moving on up.
What do you guys want to talk about in the Otherboard?
I've seen
Uh,
some bad movies, but not that.
Should we watch, should we talk about G again? I don't know. Just feels like we should.
Nah, that was a thing of the past. Let's
Thing of the
do.
past.
Let's
How about-
spin the wheel.
Let's do
Talk
B,
about B.
because we're autists.
Yeah,
Real.
literal
What's
tranny
Alright.
porn. Okay.
What? What's
So-
real?
all porn. It's all.
Alright, so in case you guys don't know, B is the random board, but you do know this, because why don't you know this?
Yeah.
And I was watching
Yeah,
a video, it was like fucking 1 a.m. I'm watching those top 10 unsolved mysteries of 4chan, and the
Yeah.
fucking guys who were narrating the video couldn't be as normy as possible. Like, oh my god.
Oh, was he the number 15 guy?
No, not that guy. Not that guy.
Dylan is
This
chilling at YT.
If I saw that little fucker in my room, I would turn it
I'd
into a
squish it.
brown stain on the rug.
I would squish it until it was a brown stain.
Yeah,
Fucking
mate.
weird.
No,
It's
but
like
anyway, the
he's
dude- the
trying
dude's,
to force.
Okay, the dudes were like the most normie fuckers doing the 4chan mysteries, and it says the B, or random board, is the most mysterious board, as most of it consists of cryptic messages.
Mysterious.
Just no, most of it's
Well,
Maybe
It's
it's-
tranny porn. It's all tranny porn.
yeah.
yeah,
It's so much tranny porn.
and also wrecked posts and
Oh my
like
God.
X-ray posts.
It's not-
Shit
it's
like
I know,
basic-
that's all kind of now.
Whoa.
It's one giant circle jerk of tranny porn.
Yeah.
And like the dude later admitted, oh man, 4chan is like a more extreme version of Reddit. I've never been on it.
B is. Oh yeah, he says that, doesn't he? He's like, I'm very used to Reddit. Yes, Reddit. Woohoo.
Oh, motherfucking
B.
top comment. Best
B
comment.
is cancer. B is cancer,
Fucking
but
normies.
there are some nice things we can encounter. Like one time, I encountered a thread of someone who stuck some crickets on like firecrackers and just like launched them. That's
Oh,
pretty
it's like a
funny.
firecracker.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God. Like,
but
I honestly have
more like a rocket, more like
I honestly have a hatred
rocket
for-
crackers. It was really hilarious. Like I saved some of the videos in GIFs. Yeah.
Oh no, I think I read something about that where where this family started having like competitions with like they started breeding mice and shit, and every 4th of July they'd have a competition where they'd tie their like most prized mouse onto a rocket, and whichever one survived won that year.
What?
It was really interesting.
Like,
okay.
Like, how would it even work? Like, mice are kind of hefty, and a rocket will just get
like a firework rocket, like a big
detract. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that. Like, there's not even lift for a mouse.
They tie it on. And
Yeah, but just the weight
we're not talking
of
about
the
like
mouse
a bottle rocket.
would just, weight of the mouse would just tilt the rocket on the side and just.
Yeah,
like,
but we're
it
not
wouldn't
talking
go
about bottle
straight ahead.
rockets. We're talking about like big boy rockets.
Yeah, but just the weight of the mouse would deviate the rocket like heavily.
I don't know. All I know is that I read the story and I thought it was pretty funny because
Just a story, mate.
they tied mice onto.
Like, have you heard of Monday Matt? Like, from people
The fuck
who
Monday,
knew him.
Matt, that motherfucking false. More false flag attacks in Israel. I'll just say
from
that.
people who knew him, a good, if we could say a good thing about Monday Matt is that he was good at inventing stories on the spot. So there are people that exist who are good at inventing good shit on the spot.
I mean, a lot of stories on BA pretty fucking fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we
it
can
doesn't
say
even
that.
say, like, take everything as fiction, don't take anything as fact. What the fuck is...
Like, honestly, it's one giant cesspool of a shitty world. Like, my god.
Yeah.
It is shit.
Achoo!
God bless you.
Oh, fuck.
God bless you.
We bless you.
Thank you.
Like, oh my god, I don't know. Like, the best way to explain B is funniest green text compilation, number 492.
Yeah. Get wrecked.
That
Freaking
fucking.
Oh, I have a better way to explain B. r/green text.
Oh no.
No.
Come on.
Keep Reddit cancer out.
Yeah, Redditors are wannabes. That's why r/green text is there, because they can't make any good green text, so they have to fucking steal them off of Discord servers like ours, which are 4chan oriented, which we actually get them off 4chan because they're too scared to go into 4chan.
Oh, too afraid to see a swastika or a Goebbels quote.
Or tranny porn.
Or tranny porn.
Gotta have that tranny.
For every autist wanting to
You
kill
know,
himself, you get at least
yeah.
6 different versions of tranny porn.
Like, when you don't know it's a tranny. Oh shit.
How do you know it's a
Oh my god,
shit,
hang
wait,
that shit
that's... Sorry, it's my mom.
Oh, it's my mom.
Pass
Mama.
the move. Pass
Mama.
the move.
Mama! Mummy!
Mom,
That's what we were doing to you when your mic.
Yeah, I muted my mic
with your mom's.
and shit. So hey, you got a
Yeah,
problem.
you
got a
kept
problem,
muted.
Moms?
Yeah.
He's muted his microphone, but not his headset. So let's just like start moaning or something.
Like, what are some famous green texts?
So
That
famous
comes
green
from
texts.
Oh, wait, I know. Fucking
Okay.
coworker starts flirting with me. Tell her I'm gay. Male coworker who flirts with me. God fucking damn it. Joke's on him. He's been sticking his dick in a faggot.
That was a good one.
That faggot's been sticking his dick in a straight man. Oh my god, that was a classic.
Or, let's see. Oh, the one where the guy shows off his house and it's just a freaking mess with pizza boxes and shit everywhere. Have you guys seen
my
that
god.
one? The one where he opens the fridge and everybody's just like, open the sour cream.
Open the sour
And he
cream.
Oh,
and then
fucking fridge
shows
bro!
pictures of it in
Yeah.
the microwave.
Oh my god, he throws the rotten sour cream in the fridge. Oh my god, don't fucking remind me of Fridge Bro. God damn it.
Oh, this doesn't work with my. Okay, that's.
That's my favorite.
Oh yeah, Fridge Bro's a pretty good one. Oh, Oh, what was it? Krabs, bro? The guy who raised hermit crabs and basically brought him out of depression?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then that his roasty girlfriend just fucking
Got him
sweet
killed.
wasn't- Yeah.
Roasty. Roasty. Roasty.
Roasty, roasty.
I mean, Ben Shapiro shitposts funny for like a day or two.
Yeah. They've
Of
kind
course,
went the way of
like
Congress.
everything. Fucking overdone. But we'll all remember the classic originals. Guys, he's coming. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Oh, no.
Another lip card comedy.
What? What are you gonna say? What the fuck are you gonna say? What the fuck are you going to say?
Ben Shapiro is epic. Oh, I know a famous... I don't know if this is from Poll or if it was from B, but the one where the guy and the Chad start calling the teacher a liberal, and then Ben Shapiro fucking breaks.
Oh
into
yeah, and they
class.
circle jerk each other until they die.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, classic. What's another good one? Oh man, there's just so many good classic green texts. Of course, they've all been shared on r/green text, like, constantly. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, dude? You guys can't just dip on that.
Laptop just got hacked.
Fucking Russians.
I know, right?
Well,
Like,
since
seriously,
this
I was just-
conversation is more
I was
dead
just
than-
downloading torrents, and all of a sudden,
Well, this conversation is more dead than the goddamn Hillary Clinton whistleblower, so moving on. A little surprised for Turds and Spurds who managed to get past the shit show of a podcast. I can't fucking speak. Fuck my
Because
tism.
it's...
Well, since you guys made it all the way, we got a special thing. It's an upcoming video. And guess what? It's part of the new stories! True story of the McTrucker.
I understand.
Yeah, I gotta look at that fat thumbnail. Trucker!
What even is this podcast anymore is my question.
Yeah, I don't know, what are you guys even talking about?
I don't know. I mean, I think this podcast is... This recording went better than the previous two, I gotta say, because there wasn't techno.
Yeah, fucking... Well, as we were saying, there's the preview, Trucker Chronicles. Play that motherfucking outro. I'm gonna go jerk off and eat a cheesesteak. Peace, minorities.